Hi all, hope all are doing well. It has been a long time since we met through this platform, right? So today we are coming with a new video that is dealing with MMPC 1-2, that is second semester paper of MPA, and that is strategic management paper. So today we are starting with block number 1. Here we will discuss the important concepts regarding strategic management and all. So before getting into video, as you all know, date sheet announced by IGNO last day. So another season of examination is round the corner, so we have to focus more on our studies. So examination will be by July mid, so less time, focus more on studies. We will upload further videos about these MMPC related papers, and we have already uploaded a certain videos of MMPC 1, 2, 3 like that, and please go through it, and if you feel the contents are helpful, please share the contents with your friends. Okay, and a big thank you to all of you for your encouragement and support. Please continue that support because we are in need of that, right? So without further delay, let's get started. So let's start with strategy. So what do you mean by strategy? Strategy is derived from a Greek word that means strategos. Strategos, it's combination of two words, stratus and ego. Stratus means RB, ego means meaning or leading. Okay, so strategy is an action that managers have to take so that they can accomplish certain organizational goal. So when we are discussing about strategy in our daily life, we have examination strategy, we have financial strategy. So these strategies, why we have making these strategies, so that you can achieve certain things in future or certain things after a period of time. So then you need a plan to achieve, how to complete the portion within the period of time. So you need a strategy to how the things to be done. So that is strategy in layman knowledge, right? So strategy is from an organizational concept, it gives a direction, okay, to the company and its various components so that they can move through their particular path, so that they can achieve a desired state in future. Okay, so it's result from a detailed process, so lots of process are involved in it. Okay, so the strategic management implies it's a set of management decisions and actions that determine long run performance. So strategic management is focusing on a long term goal, so they are focusing on how to convert your current situation or how to move from the current situation to a better situation in future. So that is mainly focusing by the strategic management. So it involves environmental scanning, strategy formulation, strategy implementation, evaluation and control. So let's start with environmental scanning. So when we are dealing with the environmental scanning, we know that every organization has two environment, that is external as well as internal environment. So external environment means what is happening in the external environment of the organization, political, economical, social, legal aspects, that is not under the control of the organization. Okay, we already know that organization is a open one, so it's an open system, so whatever happening in the external environment has an impact on it. So internal environment means that can be controlled by the organization, that is a relationship with the stakeholders involves these employees, then shareholders, then clients, then suppliers. So what relationship organization have, so that also has an importance on organization's performance. Okay, then strategy formulation, once the scanning is done, they will get to know what are the scenarios prevailing in the external and internal environment. On that basis only they will frame the policy. Once the policies are framed, they will go for the implementation. Once implemented, they have to evaluate whether it serve the purpose or not. So that is the evaluation process. After evaluation, a control should be there. The control means that is planning and control should go hand in hand. You have a full fruit plan, but you fail to control the activity, that means the entire process will be futile, it will not serve the purpose, right? So this planning should be there, controlling should be there, and it should undergo these steps. Okay, so that is strategic management. So the study of the strategic management emphasizes the monitoring and evaluating of external and internal opportunities. So we have certain tests for the analysis, SWOT analysis, pestle analysis. We will discuss about these things in the upcoming classes. SWOT analysis is strength, weakness, opportunities and threat, that is mainly focusing on the internal aspects. Then pestle means political, economical, social, technical, as then environmental as well as the legal aspects. So these two will give a picture of the current scenario, right? Then there are certain definitions for strategic management. According to Fred R. Davis, strategic management is an art or science formulating, implementing and evaluating cross-functional decisions so that it enable the organization to achieve its objective. Another definition by Shannon, it says that strategic management is a set of decisions and action that result in the formulating of strategy and its implementation so that the organization can achieve its objective. Okay, so let's move to the further details of this in the next slide, right? So another important topic is Mintzberg 5 P's of strategy. Okay, so Henry Mintzberg, we came across these terms before also. So this rise and fall of strategic planning in his book 1994, he used strategy in several different ways. So he used the common 5 P's of strategy. Okay, so which are the 5 P's of strategy as per Mintzberg? Okay, so the first P is plan. So strategy is a plan, that is how a means of getting from here to there. So you have a vision, you have to achieve in our life also, you have to complete MBA program by the end of this 2023, and you have to be in a successful organization as HR or marketing professional, right? So that is your aim. So how to get there? So for that you need a plan. So that is the strategy. Okay, so that's the first P. Second, strategy can be a ploy too, that is really just a specific maneuver intended to outwit an opponent or a competitor. So means it's a ploy, that is it's a trap, or we are making a plan to trap something. So that means in an organization, strategy means you have to withstand the competitors. So you have to make a plan so that you can attain success than your competitors. So that can be another P. Then another is strategy is a pattern in actions over time. For example, a company that regularly markets very expensive product is using a high-end strategy. So it's a pattern. Every organization has a pattern. So that is similar way of doing things, right? Then strategy is position, that it reflects the decision to offer particular product or services in a particular market. So what is their position, what type of product they are going to deliver, and which market they are concentrating. So these all are coming under strategy is position. Then strategy is perspective, that is vision and direction. So that is we perspective is the means you can look into an incident from one perspective. You can look from other perspective. You can think from different perspective. Okay, so from one organization to another organization, the perspective differs. For example, if you are passing through a rough economic crisis, that is country as a whole is passing through a rough economic crisis, so this same scenario can be taken differently by different organizations. Some will consider it as a time to growth. Some will consider it as a time to attain more talents and skills so that they can accomplish their goals within a particular period of time. So each and every incident in our life also we can take different perspectives. Sometimes those who are positive seekers, so they will go for the positive side of every incident. Those who need only the negative side, they will go for that, like that. So it's a perspective. So strategy is a perspective, that is vision and direction. So that will, when you have a perspective, that will provide you a vision as well as a direction. So strategy is like that. So first P is plan, second P is ploy, third is perspective and position as well as pattern. So these are the 5 P's of strategy, right? So let's look into the nature of strategy. So strategy involves organization and environment. That is, like I told, it's starting with environmental scanning, and without environmental scanning, what all strategies organizations are framing, it won't work well, because organization is an open system. So what is happening in the external as well as internal environment has an impact on the organization. So these both are inseparable. So that's the first nature. Second is like mosaic. So it cannot be structured, it cannot be programmed. So it varies, it is flexible, right? So it's futuristic in nature. Strategy is focusing on a future position. So how to achieve certain things in future. So that is a long goal oriented one for a better future. Then strategy is a combination of content and process. It have the content along with how to execute it. These all things are happening in the strategy making. Okay, it's formulated at different level, like the top level, middle level, as well as the lower level. At each level it's pervasive, right? Then strategy is an integration of concept with analysis for decision making. It's an integration of different concepts, so it involves with the analysis of decision making. So that is, once you make the decision, you're implementing it and you are evaluating the pros and cons of that, and then make the deviation, and again we are moving ahead to the first step. So that is the way the strategic planning is happening in an organization, right? Then dimensions of strategic management. Top management is involved. So strategy is a long term goal oriented one. It is a comprehensive plan. It is happening at the top level, and the top managers who have high conceptual skills, that they are helped by these middle level management in giving, they are giving more inputs to the top management, and in line with that they are making the strategies, right? So it's require a large amount of resources, because it's not a short term purpose oriented one, it's for a long term, so it involves lots of resources, and it focusing on a firm's long term prosperity. So like for a immediate execution, you have to focus on tactical as well as the operational one, while we are focusing on a long term objective as a proactive approach. It's a proactive approach, it's a future oriented approach, and it enables the organization to achieve competitive edge over their competitors. Then it's a formulating strategy. It can be helpful for the effective as well as efficient utilization of the resources of an organization, and it should match with the organizational capabilities. The strategy of an organization, of a medium class organization, so we know that's small, medium, and large enterprises are there. So in what position they are now, in accordingly they have to frame the strategy. So that is, it should match with the capabilities of the organization along with the opportunities that are available to these organizations, the external environment. So these things should be matched. That's the way the strategic management used to work out, right? So these are the dimensions and nature of strategy as well as strategic management, right? Now let's look into the differences between strategy and policy as well as tactics and strategy. Okay, first look into the difference between strategy and policy. So strategy is a comprehensive plan made to accomplish the organizational goals. Okay, so it's a plan, it's a comprehensive plan that covers each and every aspects, and it focuses on accomplishing the organizational goals, right? So what policy is the guiding principle that helps the organization to take logical decision, the financial policy or the discipline policy. So these are the guiding principles. So it's different from strategy. So strategy is an action plan. It's an action plan, while policy is the action principle, right? What is the, on which principle you are making that strategy, making that statement? So that's an action principle. Then strategy is flexible. It can be changed. Okay, but policy is fixed, but they allow exceptional situations. So that is financial policies, so it is fixed one, but they can make changes, but not on a regular basis, exceptional situation. But strategy is not like that, it can be flexible. Then it's related to the organizational moves and decision for the situation that which have not been encountered previously. So or policy is repetitive in nature. So once they frame the policy, it will be like that. Once they until they confront any exceptional situation, they will follow the same. But the organizational strategies are not like that. This pandemic happened, so the organization has to reframe their strategies, right? So that is depending upon the issues they are encountering, and sometimes these issues are novel to them, so how they are facing it. Okay, then action oriented one is strategy, policy is thought and decision based one. Top level management and middle level management are involved in this strategic making, but policy is the top level management issue only, right? Then strategy is an extroverted one. It is more expressive, so it covers various aspects, but policy is introverted, so it won't talk much. Once policy is framed, it's there, so there is no change at all until some exceptional situation occurs, right? Then strategy describe methodologies used to achieve the target, and policy what should be done, what should not be done. So this disciplinary policy, that means these all things are as an employee of this XYZ organization you are supposed to do, you are not supposed not to do. Okay, so that is clearly mentioned. But in the case of strategy, they have different strategy. If the organization have to achieve a financial target, so they have to focus on a specific target, a specific strategy. They have to achieve disciplinary, or so they have to improve the performance, or they have to improvise this productivity. So different set of methodology they have to adopt so that they can achieve this target, right? So that's the difference between strategy and policy. Now let's look into the difference between tactics and strategy. So tactics, that is carefully planned action made to achieve specific objective. It's a middle level. When we discussed about these different types of decisions, strategic decisions, it's a long term decisions. Tactical decisions are medium level decision, that is it can be a lifespan of 2 to 3 years maximum. But then one year, below 1 year, that is operational decision. So that is happening at the lower level of management. So tactical middle level, and the strategy, that is at the top level decision. So these two people are involved in that activity, that is the middle management can give more inputs to the top management so that they can frame the policies, right? But this strategy is a long range one. It is focusing on a holistic development or a comprehensive plan. Okay, then tactics is mainly you have a strategy and how you can execute it, that is mainly focusing there, and the correct execution is happening at the operational level. Then strategy, the organized set of activities that can lead to the company into differentiation. So tactics is a preventive one, strategy is a competitive one. So these we have a tactic, that means these tactics can avoid something or can prevent you from certain things, right? But this strategy is a competitive one, so you have to in line with the competitors policy. Then tactics is action, that is execution, that is strategy. Complete execution is not tactic, that is the operational level, right? Then focus on task, and strategies on the purpose. Middle level tactical, then strategy top level. Risk involved tactical level is low, that strategy that is high because it is a comprehensive plan, right? So tactic is a reactive plan, so proactive is strategy. So if for example this the global economic crisis is there, then inflation is increasing like anything across the globe. So many governments are adopting certain measures so that they can withstand this situation, or they can curb this inflation. So India also come up with lots of these bans and all, that is they are a ban for the export and all. Then these all are a proactive one, they fear that something bad can happen, so that's a proactive one. So strategic level one. So reactive means once happened, you how to confront that, how to address that issue once it happens. So that's a reactive approach. Proactive and reactive, we already discussed it and you know it, right? So tactic is a reactive approach, but strategy is a proactive approach. So flexibility is high in the case of tactic, but strategy once made, it's flexible, not flexible, it's comparatively less. Then orientation towards present conditions. So once you made the tactics, that means it is focusing on addressing the issues that are concerned now. But strategy is you are focusing on a future oriented one. We are doing this so that we can move towards the desired position within a period of time, right? That is a future oriented one. So these are the difference between tactics and strategy and policy. Okay, there are three levels of strategy: corporate level strategies, business level strategies, and functional strategies. Okay, so corporate level strategies, so that's a top level strategy. So we will call it as grand strategies. So grand strategies, they're focusing on growth, how to expand their business. So it can be either through the internal expansion or through the external expansion. Internal expansions means, or internal growth, that implies as market penetration. The XYZ organization, so that they have a product line consists of 20 to 30 products. Okay, so they want to diversify their product line, or they want to introduce a new product to their to their product line, or they want to penetrate a new market. So these all are the internal way of expansion. Then external expansion, the organization has to align with, or they have to make association with external parties. That means through the acquisition or joint venture or strategic alliances, they can expand their business. So that is coming under the growth strategy. Then coming the stability strategy. So stability strategy means they want to be stable. What all situation currently they are passing through, or what all way they are currently, they want to be in that position. So that is a stability strategy. They are not making any changes. So that is a stability strategy. Okay, next is renewal. So when the organizations are facing certain downfalls, or certain they are not performing as they intended to be, so this time they want to go for a renewal. They want to make certain changes in their business line, or they want to renew their entire business strategy. So these all are coming under the renewal one. Okay, so like I told, in the stability strategy, they want to maintain the current position. So they aims to improve, but they are not coming with no new product or no new market. So these all are things they are not focusing now. They are only focusing on the current situation. So during this recession and all, the organization is always trying to be in that position, and how to be stable at that position. It is quite risky to go with a new venture or a new product launch and all at that time of crisis. So that's a stability strategy. Next is renewal, or introducing a new one. So they want to re-engineering their business. So that is turnaround strategies or liquidation strategy. So that's a last resort strategy. There is no other way to help your business. So then you have to sell or dispose one. So that is a liquidation strategy. Then turnaround strategy, like, means you have to bring back your organizations to the normal health. So that is a re-engineering, business process re-engineering. So that is all coming under the renewal. That is, you are renewing it, rejuvenating, right? So that is these all are the corporate strategies. Now coming to the business strategy. So business strategy, that is a tactical level strategy. So business level strategies, it means it's a generic strategy. So that is how to position your firm within an industry. So that is a business level strategy. Okay, so that is, it is focusing on generic strategy that allows executives to concentrate on the core element of business. That is how to we will discuss about these Porter's theories and all. There we will get a clear idea that we will discuss in the in this block itself. We will discuss it, right? So in the next video we will discuss about that. Okay, for the time being, so this course leadership, differentiation and market focus are certain business strategies. Okay, so these through these business level strategies, the organization is focusing on how to place them in the market, or how to place them among their competitors. So that is this cost leadership, whether they will go for the cost oriented positioning or differentiation. So they are coming with a different product that is not providing by their competitors. Then they have to focus on a particular market, or they are providing a niche we used to say, right? So that is they are focusing only on a particular market, and they are providing certain set of goods only to a market. So they are focusing only on the market. So these are certain business strategies. So these all are coming under the second level. And the third level is functional strategy. That is related to the functional aspects of an individual organization. So how the individual organizations are taking care of these strategies. So how the strategies are working at the operational level, how the marketing strategies are framing out by the marketing department, HR strategy by the HR department. So these are the functional level strategy. It's different from individual to individual organizations, right? So these are the three levels of strategy: corporate strategy, business strategy and functional strategy, right? So That's all for today's video, and we will discuss more about these theories as well as the important concepts regarding the strategic management in the upcoming videos. Okay, so just go through it. If you have any doubts, please put it in the comment box and we'll get back to you, right? So before winding up, so just plant the seeds of happiness, hope, success and love. It will come back to you in abundance. Okay, so that's a law of nature. Karma returns, right? So plant seeds of happiness, hope and success, and wish you all the best for your upcoming examinations. Okay, so stay tuned with us. So big thank you, and if you feel the contents are worthy, please like, share and subscribe the channel, and share the contents with your friends too. Okay, so have a good day. Thank you.